Hi, let's talk about Ohio Issue 1 and how it would stop gerrymandering. On May 8, 2018, Ohioans will be able to vote for or against Issue 1, which is a proposal to change the Ohio Constitution. Specifically, it'll change the way district lines are drawn for Ohio's congressional representatives, the people we send to the House of Representatives in Washington. These maps have to be redrawn every 10 years after the national census data is collected. So let's look at how things are done now and how that would change under Issue 1. This is Ohio's congressional district map today. Under the current Ohio Constitution, the majority party of the Ohio legislature gets to create the map. This is why it's referred to as a partisan process, because it doesn't require both political parties to cooperate. If the Democrats have a majority, they can draw the map however they want, and if the Republicans have a majority, they can do the same. And that's how gerrymandering happens. Politicians draw boundaries to give an advantage to their own party. Under the changes proposed in Issue 1, it gets a little more complicated because there are checks and balances built into a couple of steps to ensure that both parties are working together. For the first step, the Ohio legislature would create a new district map, and then if 3/5 of the legislature votes for it, including at least half of the members of each of the two largest political parties, it passes. That's a key difference from the current law. There has to be significant buy-in from both parties. If that passes, the map will be in effect until the next census in 10 years. However, if the legislature can't get something passed, it goes to stage 2. And in that case, a redistricting commission will take a crack at it. That'll be made up of 7 people: the governor, the auditor of state, the secretary of state, one person each appointed by the majority and minority party leaders of the Ohio House of Representatives, and one person each appointed by majority and minority leaders in the Ohio Senate. So no matter who's in office at the time, there'll always be at least 2 people from the minority party on the commission. And for these 7 people to agree on a map, at least 2 people from the minority party have to agree. So again, this will require bipartisan cooperation. Now, if that commission can't agree on a plan, then we move to stage 3. It goes back to the legislature again to give it another try. If they can get something passed this time around with a 3/5 majority and with at least 1/3 of the members of each party supporting it, then that plan will be in place for 10 years. But if they can't do that, if they can only pass something by simple majority, then the plan will only be in effect for 4 years, and a few new rules kick in. Reasons for drawing new district lines must be justified in writing, counties must be kept whole as much as possible, and they're not allowed to draw the map to favor a political party or an incumbent. So that's how the approval of district lines would change. There are a couple other key changes under Issue 1. One, the public can submit district plans, and also there have to be at least 2 public committee hearings about the proposed plan. And 2, there are a bunch of rules that limit how counties, townships, and cities can be split up, and requiring that districts be compact. So some of our current boundaries would no longer be allowed, like District 9, the snake on the lake, or Summit County, which is currently split among 4 districts. So who's behind Issue 1? In February, the Ohio legislature overwhelmingly passed Senate Joint Resolution 5, which is the resolution that will put Issue 1 on the ballot for voters in May. Over 90% of the lawmakers voted in favor. 80 Republicans and 34 Democrats supported it. So it had broad bipartisan support. Issue 1 was also heavily influenced by the Fair Districts, Fair Elections Coalition. You may have heard of their efforts to get a similar proposal on the ballot in November, collecting over 200,000 signatures. That is a coalition that includes the League of Women Voters, Common Cause Ohio, and many other organizations. Since the Fair Districts folks had the weight of so many citizens' signatures behind them, the legislators wanted to make sure they were on board with their proposal. And so the Fair District representatives participated in long discussions with the lawmakers who listened to their concerns and made many adjustments to their original proposal, until finally everyone agreed on the language that became Issue 1. So Fair Districts, Fair Elections supports it. The Brennan Center for Justice said it was a good deal. The Columbus Dispatch and the Cleveland Plain Dealer have written favorably about it. And now all Ohioans can make up their own minds and vote for or against it. So remember to exercise your right to vote on Tuesday, May 8th, 2018.